Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadhara Shivasudeva Go back to Vrindavan Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadhara Shivasudeva Go back to Vrindavan Beautiful Lord Chaitanya, Haribol, Haribol. Beautiful Lord Nityananda, Haribol, Haribol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namaste and welcome. Have you ever wondered where are the places in India that you read about in the Srimad Bhagavatam and other texts? Here are 9 of those mentioned in Krishna's and Lord Chaitanya's pastimes. We begin though with Delhi as a pinpoint for distances. Delhi has an ancient history. Hastinapur, the city of elephants, and Indraprastha, the city of Indra, were the 2 capital cities of the ancient Kuru kingdom. Hastinapur, on the banks of the Ganges, was the older imperial centre of the Kuru dynasty. It exists today as a town with about 60,000 people. After separation from the Kauravas, the Pandavas cleared uninhabited land nearby and built a spectacular city called Indraprastha. It is on the banks of the Jamuna River. Indraprastha is the city called Delhi today and currently has over 20 million people. Now we will look at 9 locations from Krishna's and Lord Chaitanya's pastimes. 1. Vrindavan. Krishna took birth in Kamsa's prison in Mathura and was taken to Gokula, where Yasoda and Nanda Maharaj lived. However, because demons such as Putana and Trinavat came there to kill baby Krishna, the whole village moved to Vrindavan, which was about 10 kilometers away. Krishna lived in Vrindavan for approximately 11 years with his sweet childhood pastimes. Vrindavan is about 150 kilometers from Delhi. 2. Mathura. When Krishna was 11 years old, he travelled to Mathura with his brother Balaram on the invitation of Kamsa. He spent 17 years in this city. He attended school at the ashram of Sandapani Muni, But when Mathura became under attack constantly, he called down his weapons, his chariot, and his chariot driver Daruka. Mathura is 180 kilometers south of Delhi and 27 kilometers south of Vrindavan. 3. Dwarka. Due to Mathura being under attack from various evil kings, Krishna left Mathura when he was 28 years old. He arranged for the celestial architect Vishwakarma to build a city surrounded by ocean, and this was the city of Dwarka. Here Krishna ruled as a king for the next 97 years with his 16,108 queens. Dwarka is approximately 1,300 kilometers southwest from Delhi and is offshore of the Arabian Sea. 4. Kurukshetra. On the plains of Kurukshetra is where the battle of Kurukshetra took place, and Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita to his dear friend and disciple Arjuna. Kurukshetra is 160 kilometers north of Delhi. 5. Shukrital. Shukrital is where Sukadev Goswami spoke the Srimad Bhagavatam to Maharaj Pariksit on the banks of the Ganges. 6. Naimisharan. At that great event of Sukadev Goswami speaking the Srimad Bhagavatam, one of the sages present there, Suta Goswami, returned afterwards to the forest of Naimisharan and repeated all that he had heard from Sukadev Goswami, plus he answered any questions from the sages at Naimisharan. These questions and answers are also included in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Naimisharan is approximately 550 kilometers southeast of Delhi. Lord Chaitanya's pastimes. 7. Mayapur. Lord Chaitanya appeared in Mayapur and in his youth was known as Nimai. Mayapur is approximately 1,400 kilometers from Delhi. To quickly explain the differences between Nadia, Navadvip, and Mayapur. Nadia is the sprawling administrative district in the state of West Bengal. Navadvip is the city located on the western bank of the Ganges. It is the greater region of that holy region. Mayapur is the exact appearance site of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. 8. Jagannath Puri. Lord Chaitanya resided in Puri for the last 24 years of his pastimes. 9. Adi Keshava Temple. This temple is approximately 1,960 kilometers from Puri. Lord Chaitanya left Puri and went on a great walking tour of many places in southern India, and during that time he visited the Adi Keshava temple. The temple Brahmins welcomed him wholeheartedly, and after some time they presented him with a writing by Lord Brahma. It was the 5th chapter of the 100 chapters that Lord Brahma composed, glorifying Lord Krishna. Lord Chaitanya went into great ecstasy hearing the verses and asked a copy to be made. Lord Chaitanya took this copy back to Jagannath Puri and asked the devotees there to make more copies, and thus the 5th chapter of the Brahma Samhita was spread amongst the devotees. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati published an English translation in 1932, and we glorify and read this book today. The book, titled Sri Brahma Samhita, has 62 verses. Here is an example of verse 30. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is adept in playing on his flute, with blooming eyes like lotus petals, with head bedecked with peacock's feather, with the figure of beauty tinged with the hue of blue clouds, and his unique loveliness charming millions of cupids. Namaste.
One night, while kirtan was going on inside Srivastakor's house, a Brahmin named Gopala Chapal, the chief of the non-believers, who was talkative and very rough in his speech, placed all the paraphernalia for worshipping the goddess Durga outside Srivastakor's door. On the upper portion of a plantain leaf, he placed such paraphernalia for worship as Oda Pula, which is fresh flowers often mixed with water, sandalwood paste or turmeric. He placed turmeric, vermilion, red sandalwood paste and rice. He placed a pot of wine beside all this, and in the morning, when Srivastakor opened his door, he saw this paraphernalia. Srivastakor called for all the respectable gentlemen of the neighbourhood and smilingly addressed them as follows. Gentlemen, every night I worship the goddess Bhavani. Since the paraphernalia for the worship is present here, now all you respectable Brahmins and members of the higher caste can understand my position. Then all the assembled gentlemen exclaimed, What is this? What is this? Who has performed such mischievous activities? Who is that sinful man? They called for a sweeper, a Hari, who threw all the items of worship far away and cleansed the place by mopping it with a mixture of water and cow dung. After 3 days, leprosy attacked Gopal Chapala, and blood oozed from sores all over his body. Incessantly covered with germs and insects biting him all over his body, Gopal Chapala felt unbearable pain. His entire body burned in distress. Since leprosy is an infectious disease, Gopala Chapal left the village to sit down on the bank of the Ganges underneath a tree. One day, however, he saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu passing by and spoke to him as follows. My dear nephew, I am your maternal uncle in our village relationship. Please see how greatly this attack of leprosy has afflicted me. As an incarnation of God, you are delivering so many fallen souls. I am also a greatly unhappy fallen soul. Kindly deliver me by your mercy. There is a purport here by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami. It appears that although Gopal Chapala was sinful, talkative, and insulting, he nevertheless had the qualification of simplicity. Thus he believed Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to be the incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who had come to deliver all fallen souls, and he appealed for his own deliverance, seeking the mercy of the Lord. He did not know, however, that the deliverance of the fallen does not consist of curing their bodily diseases, although it is also a fact that when a man is delivered from the material clutches, his material bodily diseases are automatically cured. Gopal simply wanted to be delivered from the bodily sufferings of leprosy, but Sri Chaitanya, although accepting his appeal, wanted to inform him of the real cause of his suffering. Hearing this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared greatly angry, and in that angry mood he spoke some words chastising him. "O sinful person, envious of pure devotees, I shall not deliver you. Rather, I shall have you bitten by these germs for many millions of years." There is a purport here by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami. We should note herein that all our sufferings in this material world, especially from disease, are due to our past sinful activities. And of all sinful activities, actions directed against a pure devotee out of sheer envy are considered extremely severe. Sri Chaitanya wanted Gopal to understand the cause of his suffering. "You have made Srivasta Kaur appear to have been worshipping the goddess Bhavani. Simply for this offence, you will have to fall down into hellish life for 10 million births. I have appeared in this incarnation to kill the demons, the Pashandis, and, after killing them, to preach the cult of devotional service." After saying this, the Lord left to take his bath in the Ganges, and that sinful man did not give up his life, but continued to suffer. There is a purport here by Srila Bhaktivedanta. It appears that an offender to a Vaishnava continues to suffer and does not give up his life. We've actually seen that a great Vaishnava, Aparadi, continuously suffered so much that it was difficult for him to move, and yet he did not die. When Sri Chaitanya, after accepting the renounced order of life, went to Jagannath Puri and then came back to the village of Kuliya, upon his return, that sinful man took shelter at the Lord's lotus feet. The Lord, being merciful to him, gave him instructions for his benefit. "You have committed an offence at the lotus feet of Srivasta Kaur," the Lord said. "First, you must go there and beg for his mercy, and then, if he gives you his blessings and you do not commit such sins again, you will be freed from these reactions." Then the Brahmana, Gopal Chapala, went to Srivasta Kaur and took shelter of his lotus feet, and by Srivasta Kaur's mercy he was freed from all sinful reactions.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Sounds good?
That's fine. Thank
Okay. So when Krishna was invited to, well, it's the story of the liberation of King Jarasandha. So if you want to read what happened, you'll have to read the chapter yourself on page 170. I'm just going to read the prayer which Yudhisthira offered to Krishna. My dear Lord, those who are constantly in Krishna consciousness and who think of your lotus feet or your shoes are certainly freed from all contamination of material life. Such persons who engage in your service in full Krishna consciousness, who meditate upon you only and offer prayers unto you, are purified souls. Being constantly engaged in Krishna conscious service, they are freed from the cycle of repeated birth and death. Or even if they do not want to be freed from this material existence, but desire to enjoy material opulences, their desires are also fulfilled by their Krishna conscious activities. In fact, those who are pure devotees of your lotus feet have no desire for material opulences. As far as we are concerned, we are fully surrendered unto your lotus feet, and by your grace we are so fortunate as to see you personally. Therefore, naturally, we have no desire for material opulences. The verdict of the Vedic wisdom is that you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I want to establish this fact. I also want to show the world the difference between accepting you as the Supreme Personality of Godhead and accepting you as an ordinary, powerful, historical person. I wish to show the world that one can attain the highest perfection of life simply by taking shelter at your lotus feet, exactly as one can satisfy the branches, twigs, leaves, and flowers of an entire tree simply by watering the root. If one takes to Krishna consciousness, his life becomes fulfilled both materially and spiritually. And just a little bit more. This does not mean that you are partial to the Krishna conscious person and indifferent to the non-Krishna conscious person. You are equal to everyone. That is your declaration. You cannot be partial to one and not interested in others, for you sit in everyone's heart as the super soul and give everyone the respective results of his fruitive activities. You give every living entity the chance to enjoy this material world as he desires. As the super soul, you sit in the body with the living entity, giving him the results of his own actions as well as opportunities to turn towards your devotional service by developing Krishna consciousness. You openly declare that one should surrender unto you, giving up all other engagements, and that you would take charge of him, giving him relief from the reactions of all sins. Still, the living entity remains attached to material activities and suffers or enjoys the reactions without your interference. You are like the desire tree in the heavenly planets, which awards benedictions according to one's desires. Everyone is free to achieve the highest perfection, but if one does not so desire, then your awarding of lesser benediction is not due to partiality. Thank you. And please accept my respects, everybody, and Srila Prabhupada, please accept my head at your feet. So I really like that prayer because it gives us everything that we need for, in this living in this material world and being able to be free from the bondage of this material world. And King Yudhisthira, as we know, he was just the most wonderful of leaders. And if we had leaders like that in our society, then we'd have a perfect society. So thank you for listening, and thank you for the opportunity to associate and hear all these wonderful pastimes. Namaste.
Namaste. Thanks.
Thanks, Madonna. What is the reference for that? Where was it?
That was so it's the liberation of King Jarasandha, chapter 72 from the Krishna book.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Could I, before the next person comes on, I think Alexandra's going to read.
Yeah,
but
Alexandra.
At that beginning of that reading that Madonna Mahanadasi did, I'm just going to paraphrase because it kind of grabbed my attention.
King Yudhisthira was offering his head at Krishna's lotus feet or his shoes. He mentioned Krishna's shoes. And that really grabbed my attention because when Krishna was a little boy and he was living in Vrindavan and going into the forest every day with his cowherd boyfriends and that, he refused to wear shoes. His whole childhood, he refused to wear shoes. And Mother Yasoda was so worried. Of course, all the Gopi girls were so worried about his tender feet. And Mother Yasoda used to make shoes for him. And she'd give him the shoes. He'd go, no, I'm not wearing them. And she'd think, it's because there's something wrong with the shoes. And she would keep making shoes for him. And then he told her he's not wearing any shoes until she makes shoes for all the calves because they didn't have shoes on. Because he was worried about the calves, because when he was little, the cowherd system is that when the boys are young, they look after the calves because the calves are not big animals. And once they turn 5 years old, they look after the cows, okay? So there's a whole system in there. But I thought, isn't that lovely? When he was a little boy, he refused to wear shoes. And then when he goes to Dwarka city and he's the king, he has the shoes on, okay?
Yeah.
So that just grabbed my attention when she was reading that. Thank you, Haribol.
Yeah, it's quite cute that, because he wouldn't wear shoes unless she made shoes for all the calves. That's really cute. Actually, someone asked that question, do they wear shoes in the spiritual world? Bhaktivedanta said, yes, of course. Yeah, it's really cute. It's all a perverted reflection here if we wear shoes here, but we don't wear them in the house, right? Anyway, yeah. So Alexandra, are you there? Because we'd love to hear from you and let us know what you're reading. Give us your
Namaste, everybody. And my basis is Srila Prabhupada. I'm reading from the Chaitanya Bhagavad, and oops, lost my page. 147. And it's Adikanda chapter 12, Nimai wanders throughout Navadweep. And I'm going to pick up this pastime where Nimai is going to Sridhara's house. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, no problem. Sorry, what was that where Nimai was going to do what?
Nimai I'm picking up the pastime where Nimai is, he went to the house of his dear friend Sridhara.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's page 146.
Yep, that's the book.
Yeah, it is. The Lord was always pleased with Sridhara's behavior, and he would use any excuse to visit him. They would converse confidentially and joke with each other. In this way, several hours a day could be passed very happily. Sridhara offered the Lord obeisances and a seat as soon as he arrived. Sridhara's calm and mild personality stood in obvious contrast to Nimai's stormy character. Sridhara, you are always chanting Lord Hari's name, so what is the reason for your suffering? You are serving the husband and master of Sri Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune, so why are you always in want of food and clothes? I am not starving, replied Sridhara, and as you can see, I have clothes on. They are neither fine clothes nor the right size, but my body is covered. Yet Sridhara, argued the Lord, the clothes are torn in several places, and I know you have neither straw nor rice in the house. Look around you. All the citizens worship goddess Chandi, Mother Durga, the destroyer of all enemies, and none of them suffer for want of food, shelter, or clothing. You have made a good point, replied Sridhara, but generally speaking, everyone's life is practically the same. The king may live in a palace surrounded by opulence and eat sumptuously, while the birds live in the open or in a simple nest in a treetop and gather their own humble food. However, basically, everyone's approach to life is the same. By the Lord's design, each of us must meet the demands of duty, and in doing so, we behave more or less alike. Personally, I prefer to live the life I'm leading now. I am sure you have immense wealth hidden somewhere, accused the Lord, and you are relishing opulent nectar in secret. Soon I will make it known to everyone, and then we will see if you can continue to dupe the people. Look through my house, dear learned Brahmana, invited Sridhara, and see for yourself. We should not start an argument here. I'm not going to let you off so easily, said Nimai. Tell me, what are you going to feed me? I make a simple living selling leaf cups, replied Sridhara. What can I offer to give you from such an income, respected Brahmana? I'm not going to touch your hidden wealth now that I will get later, assured Nimai. However, if you give me banana root and some banana stalks right now without taking money, then I will not fight with you anymore. Sridhara thought to himself, he is a very aggressive Brahmana. Someday he might even beat me. Nevertheless, even if he does beat me, what can I do? I really cannot afford to give him whatever he wants, free, each day. However, I see he has a godly form. Certainly, he is not an ordinary personality by any means. If he takes my things by force or by some other tricky means, then let him be free to do so. Ultimately, that will be my good fortune. So in spite of my poverty, I will continue to give him whatever he wants. Having made this decision, Sridhara answered the Lord, Dear Brahmana, you do not have to pay me anything at all. I will give you whatever you want with an open and happy heart. Take your bananas and other vegetables, take the leaf cups I have, and please do not fight with me any more. Yes, this is a very satisfactory agreement, said Nimai. There should be no further fights, but please see to it that I get good quality bananas, banana stalk, and radish. Daily the Lord ate from Sridhara's leaf cups, relishing his bananas, banana stalks, radishes, and Sridhara's supplies for cooking in general. Occasionally, when a gourd grew on Sridhara's rooftop, the Lord would take it and have it cooked into a special preparation made with milk and hot spices. One day the Lord asked, Sridhara, what do you think of me? As soon as you tell me that, I shall return to my house. Sridhara replied, You are a Brahmana, part and parcel of the Supreme Lord Vishnu. No, you don't know, said Nimai. I belong to the community of cowherds and milkmen. You see me as a young Brahmin boy, but I consider myself to be simply a milkman. Sridhara just smiled at the Lord's comment. He could not recognize his own Lord and Master, being deluded by the Lord's internal potency. Sridhara, I'm going to reveal to you an esoteric truth. You see the river Ganges? I am the source of the Ganga. Oh, Nimai Pandit, have you no fear in disrespecting Ganga Devi like this? Asked the disturbed Sridhara. People usually become more grave and serious as they grow older, but your frivolity seems to have doubled since your childhood. After staying with Sridhara for some time, Nimai Pandit returned home. He entered the temple room of Lord Vishnu, and his students took that as an indication that they should also return to their homes. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. That was wonderful. I love those stories. We'll finish up then. Those are the persons who I've got down, who've read, so we're all good.
Before, I think Chris and Anna are going to finish off.
That's right.
But before they do, can I just add that little chant that I put at the end of your story, Hare Krishna, that chant, Tapassananda Das made that chant, made that file, and I asked him, one, if I could have it, if he could send it to me, and two, if I could include it in our a little meetup here with Remembering Krishna, a little meetup. And he said, absolutely. So that's going to be our theme song. So once every time we're going to play that, it's going to be at the end of something or something that's going to be in there, okay? Making Friends with Krishna, that's going to be our theme song, okay, from Tapassananda, because it's so joyful, like Tapassananda is, isn't he? He's a very joyful person. So...
All right, so now we can have a little bit of kirtan with the Larwood family. There they are. Well, there's two of them.
Namaste.
Haribol.
Thank you so much for everything that you're doing.
Everybody, Josh and Prabhupada.
Srimate Siddha Swarupananda
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare